Hello everybody, today's January 31st, 2016. As we drive over the Altamont Pass here between Tracy and Livermore, California, you will be able to see some of the 4,930 wind turbines that make up the largest concentration in the world. Now on to today's video. I have some important news for you that I am sure some of you have already heard, but I think it is important for us to discuss briefly. So please allow me to open up the Alice in Wonderland Book of Economics so we can discuss a modern phenomenon that really shows true desperation by the world's paper currency masters. I first started covering negative interest rates on the channel in July 2012 when the Danish central bank cut its key interest rate to negative 0.2%. 2 years later in June 2014, the European Central Bank became the first major central bank to adopt negative rates. Only about 6 months later, in December, the Swiss National Bank joined the party. Sweden's central bank cut its deposit rate below 0% for the first time ever and became the fourth central bank to demonstrate such a high level of desperation. Where we're headed, negative interest rates are the wave of the future. Many people have never even heard about them. But believe me, they will. In 2010, Janet Yellen, the chairwoman of the Federal Reserve, said if it were positive to take interest rates into the negative territory, if that makes any sense to you, I would be voting for that, she said. Alan Greenspan gave us low interest rates. Ben Bernanke gave us zero interest rates. And Janet Yellen will be on record as bringing us negative interest rates. I said in a video when she became chairwoman to let the negative interest rates begin. And at some point, I know I'll be playing a clip of that video again. I also wanted to mention just last month, the governor of the Bank of Canada said that negative interest rates are not definitely coming, but not definitely not coming. Don't the central banksters have the greatest wording when it comes to talking about important things? In order to keep the global debt-based monetary system alive, the central banks of the world have no choice but to punish savers and reward people by going into more debt. Personally, I choose to act as my own central bank and hold real money for thousands of years because I can see where we are headed. So with everything that I have mentioned, I'm sure that most of you will not be shocked to hear that Japan also joined the negative rate game, just announcing their decision a few days ago. I'm surprised it even took them this long with the 2-decade-long fight against deflation under their belt. I'm sure that more central banks will be taking the plunge, and I will update you on this matter at a future date. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something. I'm going to leave you here with a clip from a video I made in November 2013. And that's what we're going to have. So, this is just Alice in Wonderland economics, everybody. It's a horrible situation that we're in. Also want to mention the ECB is tossing around the idea of negative interest rates. This is the future. The tools that the Fed has is to either print money or lower interest rates. That's the only way that they can artificially stimulate the economy. And what you get from that is a misallocation of assets and resources. That's where you get all these bubbles. I mean, to me, the bond market and the stock market are clear bubbles as well as art. And, we're having diamonds sell at all-time highs. We're having paintings go for all-time highs. Bitcoins, to me, is an obvious bubble. There's no value there at all. It's just you think that you're going to be able to sell it to the next guy. At least there's intrinsic value in precious metals. That's why, personally, I prefer to hold real money for thousands of years. That's how I'm going to weather this storm that we're heading into. But the whole system is designed to collapse at some point. And we're seeing the whole system unravel now. And you can either prepare or you can just live in denial. I mean, that's what a lot of people plan to do. They don't know enough because it's kind of complicated, so they just figure, oh, well, the people that got us into this mess, so, they'll figure out a way to get us out.